Hi, everyone. Good evening and welcome to our virtual house at Edgewood Middle School. My name is Julie Tracy, and I have the pleasure of teaching 6th and 7th grade science for this school year. So I did want to share with you a little bit about what we are doing in class. Even though you do get my newsletters every 2 weeks to keep you updated about your students' knowledge, understanding, and doing in the world of science. I am an undergrad from Illinois State University and got my master's in administration and supervision from Loyola University in Chicago. This is my 21st year in the district. This is my home away from home, and I've spent a long time here at Edgewood Middle School with a quick 2-year departure teaching 5th grade at Ravinia. I live in Glenview, and in my spare time, I enjoy gardening, reading, and doing some crafts. This is my family. So I have a wonderful, supportive husband. I have a lovely daughter who is 11, who is also in 6th grade this year. Her name is Rory. She is a competitive swimmer. That is her passion and dedication. And then unfortunately in June, we lost our golden retriever named Fenway of 13 years. But we wanted to adopt another one, and we did adopt another one. Her name is Daisy. She's 4 years old, and she has come into our family. This year we have several units of study. We've actually started our first unit, which is scooping up science skills. We also have Earth and its changes. So we'll be talking about plate tectonics, how the Earth continues to change, especially through natural disasters, which include earthquakes, volcanoes, and tsunamis. We'll spend some time with our life science unit, getting out the microscope and looking at things that you can't necessarily see with the naked eye. We will then be working with cells and how cells make us each and unique and different from one another. And then we will kind of end the unit with some plant studies, specifically how plants have to adapt to our ever-changing world. And then probably one of the hottest topics right now in science is, of course, astronomy. So we will blast off into space to the galaxy and beyond. We'll, of course, talk about the different sorts of planets, what makes a planet. We'll talk about space exploration, and then, of course, that hot topic of just humans going into space and then colonizing Mars in the future. As some of you know from my Eagle Scientist 411, daily assignments pretty much are done in class. We do a lab activity, some sort of scientific concept each and every day here in class. The only homework I assign, of course, are study guides before any quiz or tests, which they get about a week in advance notice. But the journal entries are a consistent routine. So the journal entries focus on a higher level thinking question that extends outside of the classroom, connected to a scientific concept. Some of them definitely are very interesting, how students would respond and thinking about their thoughts and responses to that scientific concept. If your student is in my class period 2, 4, and 6, I always assign journals on Wednesday. That's when I see them for the block, and they're due the following Wednesday. They don't need the entire week to work on it. Probably about 20 to 30 minutes of solid working time should be sufficient enough. Obviously, if they're multitasking, that's a different story. It is loaded into Otis. They can either type it in a text response or upload it in a Google Doc. If your student is in my 7th period class, I see them on Thursday for the blocks. It is assigned on Thursday and due the following Thursday. So you might want to check on your student and see what day he or she or they enjoy working on their journal entry, and then maybe ask about some of the questions that I have prompted them. Late assignments. So I will accept any assignment, even if it is past the due date. The assignment will be graded, but each student at the beginning of the quarter received 25 points for homework completion. What will happen is if the assignment is late, 3 points will come off that homework completion grade of 25 points. So they still can earn an A or a B or a C on that assignment, but the late credit will be taken off these 25 points. Students are emailed when an assignment is missing, and it is also loaded into Infinite Campus. Grades, I try and update grades at least about 2 to 3 times a week. So that's just a little bit about science, and I'm available, of course, via email to you and all of my students. I usually cap it off at about 7:30 in the evening. If I don't get back to you, I will get back to you the next day. And I hope you have been enjoying the newsletters to keep you up to date. And once again, I'm so excited to share my love of science with your student in our classroom this year. So I hope everybody has a great evening, and thanks so much for joining me.